when all I wanted to do was give up.
Oh, that was nothing.
Yeah, to you, maybe. Everything in the world to me. And your letters, full of hope, life. Just what I needed. Well, there. Told you I could manage.
I'm real proud of you, Sid. Aren't you going to light the gas?
The whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Would you state your name and occupation?
Detective Sergeant Davison, Surrey Hills Breaking and Entering Squad.
You are the arresting officer?
That is correct.
Well, if you would tell us in your own words what happened on the evening of the 27th that led to the arrest.
At about 7:15 p.m, we received a call from the offices of G.C. Wilkins, former employers of the accused. Apparently there'd been a burglary.
Apparently?
We were not able to establish the facts until we arrived. The safe had clearly been rifled, and it was stated that a sum of $8,000 had been taken.
Was there any sign of forced entry into the building?
There was not.
So that suggested that it was an inside job.
Objection. Bleeding the windows.
Sustained.
What conclusions did you draw from the fact that there was no sign of forced entry?
That it was an inside job.
Proceed.
The burglar alarm had been switched off, the safe unlocked, not picked or broken into. The owner informed us that 3 members of the staff had keys or access to them. Of those 3 people, only the accused did not have an alibi for a whereabouts at the time of the crime.
I don't believe we have established what that time was.
An electric wall clock was wired to the same circuit as the burglar alarm, which, as I said, had been switched off. The clock had therefore stopped, showing the time as 6:27.
Proceed.
Was the safe checked for fingerprints?
Yes, those of the accused were found on it.
Were they the most recent ones?
This could not be established. Further investigation revealed that the accused had an argument with her employer a week before the crime and was dismissed.
She handed in her keys when she left.
Yes, but it would have been a simple matter for her to have had a copy made of them.
Your Honour, the judge realises the objection.
The jury will ignore the last remark.
But it is possible she could have had a copy made from the key or keys.
Yes, sir.
Have you any evidence that she did so?
No, sir.
Thank you. That is all.
You may stand down. The court is adjourned for lunch.
All rise.
Here we are, boss lady.
Oh, you're back. Pretty chirpy this morning.
Yeah, well, I got something to be chirpy about.
Didn't feel like that last night.
I've told Laurie everything, and she understands.
Everything? Oh. She's not,
No, she's not. She just understands, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know it's hard to tell with a name like Laurie. It makes her sound a bit like a truck driver. Anyway, she's a cute kid. How old is she?
She's nearly 21.
Yeah, when?
Next week.
Well, why didn't you say so? Hey, Laurie, is that true? You got a birthday coming up?
Yeah, next week.
Well, there's cause for celebration. I mean, a girl's got to have a party for her 21st birthday.
In here?
Well, we do have birthdays too, you know.
Oh, would they let us?
Yeah, of course they would.
Oh, I doubt it.
Oh, come on now. She's your long-lost kid. She's almost made it to 21. And if I've ever heard an excuse for a party, that's it. All those in favour, raise your hands. Carried.
There, that's a bit better.
My word.
Now, I'm starving. How about a spotted dinner?
Well, there's not a lot.
You're flaming right, there's not. What was you going to eat, Sid?
I'd have found something.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son says he'll drop some stuff off, and Mrs. Powell says she'll go shopping for me. Not that I'd like to ask.
Why not?
Well, she's got enough to do working, a family to run.
Oh, she wouldn't mind. She wouldn't have offered if she had. You got to eat, Sid.
I Don't get that hungry these days.
Have you ever heard of them Meals on Wheels? Save you a lot of bother.
I'm not having them.
Well, it's real nice food.
I'm not having charity.
Or you give me the screaming ear at sometimes, Sid Humphrey. It's not charity. You got to pay for it. It's not much money.
Yeah, well, call it what you like. I don't want them.
Look how long it took you to make a cup of tea. Now, if you had your midday meal delivered, you could spend all the more time on the house.
Yeah, well, there is that, I suppose.
And you don't mind me fixing your tucker?
Oh, that's different.
No, it's not. Well, I suppose it is in a way. You promise me you'll think about it?
Yeah, all right. I'll think about it.
Well, that's all right, then. I'll just see what I can make out of this lot.
Excuse me. Do you know if Miss Humber's home? Do you know where she is?
Is the food always like that?
What are you talking about? Today it was good.
Young, could I have a word with you, please?
What's it about?
It's nothing to worry about, Judy.
No, but I would like
I'm
to...
sorry. Shall we go inside?
What's all this about?
Well, your sentence hearing isn't for another week, but I've done your pre-sentence report, which I hope will persuade the judge to be lenient, but a lot will depend on you.
How?
Well, before he passes sentence, the judge will ask you if you've anything to say. Now, if you're aggressive, he will be too.
You mean I should lick his boots?
No, that's not what I meant.
Well, what then?
Well, try and be yourself. Tell him how much being with your mother meant to you. And I think you've got a good chance of getting a light sentence, maybe even a suspended one. And then you'll be free.
But my mother wouldn't be, would she?
No, not for quite some time, but... Well, that's what I meant when I said it's up to you. If you offend the judge, you could get a heavy sentence. Now, is that what you want?
Well, can't you see? I had to come and visit her. I had to find out what she was like and... well, why she did what she did. It was worth everything to me. I think I know who I am now.
Do you want to stay here?
No. Not now that I know. There's no need. Oh, not that I regret it, any of it. It's just that I know that Mum would be happier if I was free on the outside.
Well, she's right.
So, I'll do anything you want.
Good.
What do you think will happen to me?
I don't know. But I'll do everything I can to help.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris.
Right. You can go back to work now.
And the accused was employed by you?
Yes.
Why did you dismiss her?
Well, it was all this running. I mean, I'm as keen on physical fitness as the next man, but you can't let it interfere with business. If only she'd been reasonable. But it was an hour off here, 2 hours there, out of all proportion. I spoke to her about it, and all I got was cheek in return. Well, you can't let the staff walk all over you, can you? But I'd been fair. I gave her 3 warnings, and after that I had no choice. She had to go.
And what was her reaction to this dismissal?
Oh, very angry. Cheeky, too. She said she'd get back at me for it one day.
She didn't indicate how she might achieve this.
No, but I wasn't long finding out, was I?
And up until this time, you had trusted her?
I'd always thought of her as a very honest girl. Well, I gave her a key to the safe.
How much was taken from the safe?
8,000. Give or take $1 or $2.
Isn't that rather a large amount to keep on the premises?
Well, perhaps, but I've got this restaurant. It's not doing too well, and I find it hard to get credit. I need that amount of money to pay the bills. You see, restaurants need a large cash flow, and if you can't get credit, well... But if I'd thought for a minute, she always seemed such a nice girl, apart from the running.
You're always saying that I can't keep away from the place.
No, I had to come back and get my running gear. Left it in the staff room.
Is she really getting